want more of those cashy bars, whatever they call them.
NANI?!
Thanks, guys. Have a good one. You too. I hope I don't have any like cashy in my mouth. Do you see any?
No, you're good.
I'm good.
Pearly white.
Pearly white.
Hi, this is UTSCTracks, and we're here at beautiful Trinity Bellwoods Park, and we're here with...
Go by Peach Luffe, but you can call me Jong. That's my real name.
Sick. And would you say that you're like a solo artist, or yeah?
Both. Like, definitely, I try to make my songs like by myself, but I also have a full band that helps me create and also plays with me, and I'm lucky to have them.
What would you say would be like your genre that you try to go for?
Indie, DIY, pop-ish, something like that.
And for inspirations, who do you sort of look up to as an artist?
Honestly, there's just one person, Mac DeMarco. I don't think my music sounds exactly like his. Do you know who he is?
Yeah, I saw him at, he was sick at Oshiaga.
Oh, we were talking about that.
Yeah, it was sick.
We were talking about that.
Cool dude.
Yeah, just like his like carefree attitude, which is something I strive to have, and like I wanna like not care as much as he does. And also it's like musical inspiration. I like how he uses chords in his songs, and it's pretty unconventional and weird.
And so you said that you're not originally from Toronto, so what's your story? Like, how'd you end up here?
How'd I end up here?
I had this interview with UTSCTracks.
How'd I end up in Trinity Bellwoods?
Yeah, how did we end up
here? It doesn't smell like weed.
Yeah, that's a first.
It really doesn't actually, surprisingly. But anyways, yeah, so I'm originally from South Korea, then I moved to Buffalo when I was young. Then I moved to Toronto 2 years ago, but I was in North York, so it was like really far and everything was super far. But now I just moved downtown. So I biked to this interview, and I feel amazing biking to that interview.
Keeping it green, I like it.
Keeping it green.
All right, so you've had experience with, I guess, the Toronto indie scene, as well as a bit of the Buffalo and New York, I guess. What would you say is any main differences in terms of the music scenes in both of those two cities?
I mean, I haven't been active in Buffalo music scene for the past 2 years because I've been in Toronto, right?
Yeah.
But it just, there is just like it's like a sheer number of people versus like Buffalo. I mean, like Buffalo, there's only like 300,000 people, right?
Yeah.
And Toronto has like 3 million or something like that,
yeah,
right?
Something crazy.
So it's just like a very small music scene there, but like people are supportive there. Same with here too. So it's just bigger here.
Cool. And I guess because you had to come all the way to Toronto, were there any fears that you had going into this?
Oh my goodness, that's a really good question. I haven't thought about that. Well, coming here, like crossing the border with all my belongings was kind of scary, right? Like I brought it over with the U-Haul and everything, and all my belongings were inside, and like I was scared of someone. They checked. I had nothing there, like thank God, but like yeah, it was a bit of it was kind of nervous coming. I was kind of nervous coming here because it was just a different country, right? It's only 2.5 hours away, but it's like a totally different country, right? Different values, different laws, different like numbers. You guys use meters and like Celsius, which is honestly a superior version.
The correct
right?
version.
Yeah, like why does the US use miles? Like what does that mean? And feet, like what does that even mean? It doesn't make sense. But like, yeah, there was definitely some anxiety coming here, but you know what, like after a couple months I was settled in. I made some amazing friends. These bees,
yeah, these bees.
I'm gonna get
you probably can't see it on camera, but this bee's like buzzing around. I might have to box it out one time.
I know, but like yeah, it was it was nice coming here though, and it was nervous, but like now I'm really settled. I just moved downtown like I said earlier, and I'm really happy now.
And how did you try to overcome any fears that you had? I guess just how did you try settling in as quickly as possible?
Well, when I first came here, I had an Airbnb for 8 days or 9 days, I don't remember, because I couldn't find a place in Toronto. It was so hard.
That sounds exactly like the main Toronto problem. Nobody can find a place to
It's so difficult, right? And like I almost got scammed a couple times. There's some ads that were like cheap apartments and stuff, like 1-bedroom apartment, $900, and I was like, oh my god, that's too good to be true. Then I like talked to him. He's like, send me like Western, what is it called? Western Union? What is it called?
I think it's Western. I don't know. I haven't bought a house yet.
Yeah, he wanted like some money transfer to like Africa. So I was like, this is, and he's like, I'll give you the keys in 30 days. I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to get scammed.
It's not suspect at all.
No, not at all. So that was really challenging, but ended up finding a basement apartment, which I stayed for 2 years. Honestly, wasn't great. That was a nice butterfly.
I know, there's a beautiful monarch butterfly. I was like, please get in the shot, that'll be cool.
Please come onto my shoulders.
Yeah, please.
But yeah, I think the Toronto, like the housing problem was on me that time. It was difficult finding a place.
Yeah, cool.
For sure.
And originally you went by Jong SL, and then now you're Peach Luffe. What was the reason behind that, and I guess the story behind why you chose that name?
I always wanted like an artist name, but I couldn't think of something, but I just ended up releasing music under like my name, right? But like Peach Luffe is, I just like peaches in general. And when it's not ripe, I hate them. When it's ripe, I love them. Like I'll eat them constantly if it's like well, right? But I will not eat them if they're not. And Luffe is like a play off of a name of a character in anime from One Piece. It's spelled with a Luffey, actually. It's a little different. But I don't want to get like sued by whatever owns that.
The animation studio.
Yeah, I don't want to get destroyed and like cease and desist. What is it called? Something like that. Like I don't want them to like send me a letter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I relate with the character Luffy a bit. Like he's a little airheaded. Sometimes I'm airheaded. I don't know what I'm saying sometimes like he does. But like we're both very determined, and his main goal in life is to be like free. Is what I want to do too.
Cool. So I heard that originally growing up you learned to play the violin and you're forced to do it. Were you?
Not exactly forced, but really like
encouraged.
Do it.
Yeah.
Heavily encouraged.
I don't know. Maybe I don't have good ears, but will you ever implement violin strings at all into your future music?
Yes. Oh my goodness. So my next release after this release, my future, the upcoming one. I recorded violin, which is really cool, and it adds a nice texture. It's not like classical violin, but it adds like a nice texture that I didn't have in my music before.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna do it live though. It might be I might not do it with it live, but I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot more indie artists are starting to, especially in indie pop, they're starting to implement the strings and violins a lot more. So it's pretty cool. It's a nice little change of pace nowadays.
It really is, because it's not just guitar, bass, and vocals and drums.
Adds another element that just puts over the top.
All about the textures, man.
All right, so you said that you're from South Korea, and then definitely in recent years, there's been this huge K-pop explosion. Even just like
I knew you were gonna mention this.
Even not even K-pop, just like Asian explosion from like Indonesia, Thailand, Taiwan, you name it. Everywhere is making music that's blowing up in North America. What are your thoughts as someone who's actually from Korea? Do you like that K-pop's blowing up, or do you wish that some other artists from Korea were blowing up? And
no, it's cool. Like the K-pop thing is really cool. I like, especially in Toronto, because everyone is so diverse. If you look around, it's like very diverse here, right?
Yeah.
So it's good to see like different representation. Sometimes I mess up words too, you know.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's good to see that, and like, it's amazing how like supportive fans are of K-pop music though.
Yeah.
They're a different level than regular, I think, bands, or like
almost too much sometimes, but I mean, support.
Support is good. I would appreciate that. And they're like super fans, right? That's what they call them. Like they'll buy everything, and they're like just really supportive. These bees are gonna mess you up.
Yo, it's because I'm wearing the fucking yellow jacket. I knew it was a mistake.
They think you're like a flower or something.
Fuck.
I don't know if they're wasps or bees though. I don't know. I just don't want to get stung.
Yo, if it's wasps, it's on site.
It's on site.
Yeah.
Let's catch some hands.
Catch these hands, wasps.
But yeah, I'm really happy that it's blowing up, and it's a good time to be like an Asian person in music now. Like, it's a really good time that I'm lucky to be born around this time. Yeah. As a millennial. But there's a lot of like underground Asian music too that's like popular too, but it's getting popular.
Yeah. It's just, I guess it's always a criticism that K-pop's kind of like very westernized in some sorts, and it's just like your basic pop music, but it still has that Korean element to it. So some people are like, well, you know, there's actual Korean artists that are doing some cool things, and you know, it's not just sounds like westernized music.
Yeah.
Yo, this is a wasp, man. Yo, fuck off.
He wants.
All right, just chill on my shoe.
Oh god.
Yo, what the fuck? All right, it's all good.
I think it's funny though, we're getting wasps in the face.
God damn.
It's all good. I really don't like wasps, but
I don't like them either. If it's a bumblebee, they're cool.
They're cool. They don't try to mess you up. Wasps will just sting you.
That motherfucker's right on your Alright. Oh fuck, we can take like a minute just to like sort this fucking wasp out. Alright,
I think we're good.
I think we're okay. Crossing my fingers. God damn. What was it saying?
The K-pop stuff.
Yeah, the K-pop explosion. Yeah, because I mean, people just want like what's natural to the culture, not just, you know, some westernized pop music. But I mean, it's still the exposure and the representation. It's all good. So yeah, it'd be cool to see how far it expands 5 years from now and stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing it like blow up in the last like 5 years.
Yeah.
Like crazy amounts.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool.
For sure.
All right. I also saw in a recent post that you actually played on a, I mean, quote unquote, pirate ship. What was the story behind that, and like, what was it like playing on it?
Were you stalking my Instagram feed?
I always stalk.
He's always lurking, right?
Yeah.
He's always lurking. It was cool. There's a publication called The Ice Cream that invited me to play, and it was honestly one of the coolest gigs that I've ever played. It was almost distracting to play on it because the boat was moving, then like the backdrop of the city was there. I could see everything, and the light was like sunset too, so it was just it was so distracting. I was thinking about I was worried that I was gonna forget lyrics.
Yeah.
That's like I think that's like the main problem I have. I forget my own lyrics sometimes when I'm playing on stage, and I think my friends will know that. But
it's all good.
But yeah, like I was scared that I was gonna forget lyrics because it was so beautiful, like seeing the city, especially from like on the ocean.
Yeah.
Or the lake.
Yeah, the lake. Yeah.
Not the ocean.
The ocean. Yeah, like the view from the harbor front in Toronto, it's like the best view.
Oh,
Just
so
seeing the whole
nice.
skyline.
I love the water.
It's amazing. What else? Oh yeah. Recently, you also posted to your YouTube and Instagram of you eating spicy noodles and then having to play a song afterwards. On a scale of 1 to, like, how difficult was that for you to do so?
It was difficult. Like, I think it was kind of funny. Like, I was trying to do a song that has some like falsetto in it too.
Yeah.
The song has falsetto, and I really couldn't do any of those because it was too spicy.
Yeah, it was funny just seeing you struggle. You're like, no, I'm not gonna do that note. I can't.
I know. Then my friends, I don't know if you can see my friends like helping me out with the notes because they're like, I know you can't do it. I know you can't.
It's physically impossible.
Dude, I'm sweating. My nose is red. I don't know if you can see my nose. I know, I was honestly surprised I didn't have a voice crack though, because my mouth was literally hurting. My lips were hurting.
Yeah.
My tongue was hurting. Everything was hurting.
And then all the sweating too. It gets
you can't see it in the video because the video is not like HD, but like I was drenched in sweat.
Jeez. And then you recently just came back from a tour with Dear Father.
Yes.
What was that experience like? And did you learn anything about yourself as an artist after that tour?
I did. It was really cool. He was kind enough to invite me for the eastern leg because he was doing a tour all the way from like BC all the way to Montreal, and I couldn't do BC. I couldn't, right? But it was so fun. Like, I would want to go on tour again. What I learned maybe is I love performing live, for sure. I love performing live. I like making that connection with somebody, you know?
You seem to do, I guess, roughly like half your performances, you're either by yourself with a loop pedal, or you're either with your band performing. And do you see any differences? Like, do you kind of, I don't want to say prefer one over the other, but...
Prefer one or the other?
Like, what do you like about both of them, I guess?
I honestly like performing with the band more. It's so much more fun, and my guys are they're such great friends too. So it's just more fun playing with them. It's not just hired musicians where I just found them or whatever, but like it's so fun playing with them. But recently I've been playing like one song solo with them, like without them. Like they're on stage or whatever, but they're chilling, right? Yeah. And I'm playing a song, then they'll jump in. Cause like I think that's the best of the both worlds. Because someone brought a cat. Look at that.
Oh shit! You can't see it, but there's a cat not on screen.
Oh my god,
it's a nice,
so fluffy,
fuzzy gray cat.
Yeah, but
so cute.
Acoustic is interesting because like usually when I do acoustic, it's like a really small venue or like more intimate. I can like really talk to the audience. With the band, it feels like more of like a concert show where it's like playing.
Yeah. When you're making your music, do you just do it all by yourself, or do you have some help here and there?
Yeah, usually I do everything by myself. Like I'll come up with the idea, come up with lyrics, but I also do get help from others though.
Yeah.
Like it's not like alone anymore. I used to just do everything myself. I do mix and record by myself, Then I have my friend Michael. He plays drums for me. He helps me with the mixing, production, and also mastering, because I don't know how to master songs.
Cool. And I guess it's kind of similar to I always reference them a lot, but Tame Impala, how Kevin Parker's like the front man, and then he has like a touring band, I guess. He said that he's really like kind of selfish with his music, that it's only him that writes it or adds, like he doesn't get like any input from anyone else.
Really? I didn't know that he acts like that.
Are you sort of, yeah, he's like really methodical about it. He's like, you know what, I want to just be like my own music, and that the more you collaborate with people, like it might interfere with your vision for a particular song.
Interesting.
Are you kind of like that, where you're kind of just like, I want it to be my own thing, you don't want people to say, hey, try this? Or
no,
are you open to any?
I'm so open to, like, they usually come up with some, like, we'll play the song live, like practicing wise, and they'll think of something that makes the song even better. Then I'll go into the song itself, the recorded version, and change a couple things in it that we kind of implemented live.
Cool.
I love collaborating, and I just love their input, and I trust their input.
Sick.
So, like, maybe he doesn't trust anybody or something.
Yeah.
The bees are bad.
I don't know. Yeah, he's weird. But I mean, he has a touring band, so that I'm pretty sure, I think they're called Pawns. They make their own music.
Oh.
So it's not even like they're just paid to just play his songs.
Yeah.
Like, they do their own stuff, and a lot of their songs kind of sound like lonerism. So it's kind of like that vibe they're going for. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, they sort of just play for him and just let him do his thing.
Let him do his thing.
And
like,
get that bag.
Like for us, like I have like the drummer and the bassist. They are in a metal band together.
Yeah.
And the lead guitar player, he has his own solo act. So they all have their own individual projects too.
Yeah.
So it's like a shared experience regardless.
So as someone who's actually from Korea, and you've spent some time in Toronto, I guess about 2 years now, you said?
Literally like 2 years and almost a month.
Sick. Are there any restaurants that best represent Korean food that's like, this tastes exactly like how it would be in Korea?
Yes. I forgot the restaurant name, but it's Sundubu. Have you heard of it? It's like tofu soup.
Yeah.
It's like spicy. It's in Christie and Bloor. It's in the Koreatown. That's a Koreatown.
Yeah, Koreatown.
And there's one in Yonge and Finch, which is like another Koreatown.
Yeah.
That is so good. Like, it's so good.
And do you have any advice for new artists looking to make an impact as quick as you did? You seem to be blowing up right away.
I don't know if I'm blowing up
like
right away.
I mean, you're getting a decent amount of listeners. I was like, holy shit, I was almost intimidated by it when I got the message from you.
Really?
Oh man, this guy's like kind of big for once.
No
offense
like,
to awkward years. I'm so sorry. We're
no, the awkward years are amazing.
Well, I'm like,
they
I saw the follower count and the listeners on Spotify. I'm like, holy shit.
Well, I've been doing it for a while, I guess, and I'm trying my best, like, regardless. But like, it's not always numbers game too.
Yeah, that's
true. But like, the awkward years definitely are one of my favorite bands in Toronto. Like, you have to go see them. They're so fun live. We played a show together before. I mean, we have like different vibes, totally different. Their energy is like up here, and it's like a great positive energy.
Yeah. Jerry's phenomenal. Ryan's amazing on the drums.
I haven't seen them with Eddie yet though.
Eddie, he's kind of sick. He's sort of in his own little world.
He's in his own little world.
Just vibing out. But yeah, he's sick. So back to the question. Do you have any advice for new artists trying to make an impact, especially if they're kind of in a similar situation to you, where they move to a new city? What would you say is the best thing to do if you want to start out as a musician?
Yeah, the best thing I did is go to open mics. As soon as I came here, I went to open mics like twice a week, and I met amazing people that I still have connections with today. Like, I met Sean, my guitar player, from open mic at the supermarket. But like, it was far. Like, it was like an hour, 15 minutes to go one way to go to any open mics. But I would do it because I know it. Like, if I make the connections early on, like, that would benefit me later on as well, and I can help them with whatever. It's a give and take, right? Any relationship. So definitely open mics and keep performing live, because I hear from so many like music industry people that like, if you can't perform live well, like, or like you can't captivate an audience, like you won't do anything. That's what I keep hearing.
I know. I remember I was looking up, I think, Royal Mountain Records. One of their qualifications for if you want to apply to be a part of the record label, you need to have a show and like invite them to the show so they can see how you perform live and see if you're, I guess, up to standard. And like, if you're captivating the audience or like you're engaging with them a lot, like they have to make sure you're a good live artist and that it's not all just edit it in post and whatnot.
You should see how much I edit in my, because I do all the mixing, then recording, then the editing, right? You can see I'll release one of my songs unedited, and I'll show you what can be done. But for live, it doesn't have to be perfect, right?
Yeah.
Like whatever live, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be, you just have to bring the energy that the song deserves.
Yeah, I've noticed you always do those the behind the scenes of how you mix and you edit each little bit of your song. Really, there's a lot of layers to it.
Yeah, there's so many, especially vocal layers. There's so many vocal layers, but they all add a texture that I like personally, And
you'll find that a lot of indie artists, they like to have these really upbeat songs and happy songs, but there's always a really depressing message underlining it.
So I was featured in a blog a couple days ago, and I just posted it today, featuring it. And it says the new music that I released is sunny and upbeat, but he's in quotes, it's still pretty lyrically depressive. I'm yes, that is me. So I feel like that's good though. That's how I am. I feel like I'm pretty upbeat, but in general, when I'm home or something, I'm really calm and I guess a little on the somber side,
But no, that's sick. All right, and I think that's pretty much it. Do you have this is your time to plug anything you've got going on, any shows, any upcoming projects, if there's a release date?
I'm releasing a song called Wave, September 20th.
Oh, sick. All right, I guess that concludes it. Thank you.
Give me a handshake.
Yes, I didn't mess it up this time. Yes.
I mess up.
I always mess it up so much, and it's damn it.
Really?
White people.
White people?
The typical stereotype that we can't do any handshakes. But yes, thank you for joining me. I know you had to take time out of your day, and
you did too. So thank you.
It's quite a ways to get down here. Do not take the TTC. It's a terrible idea. It takes forever.
Oh gosh.
Just fucking drive. It's not worth it.
The government's coming after you. They're trying to make bike everywhere. I'm biking everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah, definitely. Biking's the vibe. But yeah, thanks for having me, and definitely check out Jong's Spotify, his Instagram, YouTube. Definitely keep up to date.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.
Peace.